Oh my gosh, what are you doing with all of your green tomatoes? Well, let us help you with it today. Good morning. I'm Nancy, cooking with Nancy O. This is my sidekick, Rick.
Morning.
Nothing like messing up the intro, huh?
No, that's all we're going to mess up. That's great.
Okay. We have a fabulous recipe today. It's spicy green tomato salsa. Now, we're going to try to explain all of these peppers we have. Even though the recipe says certain things, you know you can alter it. I tell you this all the time. So we have a batch of green tomatoes here. And what do you do with all of these green tomatoes? And we had a plethora of like the little guys, which was so easy to just cut in half and make this salsa. It actually worked out much better, didn't it?
It was, yes, it was easier.
Easier. Okay. So the recipe called for red and yellow peppers. We threw our green peppers on here just because we grew them on the tower. All of this came off our tower. We have some really hot peppers here. These are the ones we use in our recipe instead of the jalapeños, right? Because these are what?
They're sugar rush peach pepper, and they're like a little sweet, but they're hot also.
Okay. Then these are our, I got to pull one up.
Yeah.
They're called Pippin's Golden Sweet. And they are what we put in here for our sweet one instead of using a bell pepper. So you can see how you can alter this recipe. And our recipe is in the description so you can kind of know what we're doing here. So we're going to, I guess, send Rick back to the stove now, and I'm going to pass him some really good stuff. Okay. Green peppers, green tomatoes, 5 cups worth. And the deal is, guys, you put everything in the pot, you cook it for 45 minutes, and it will keep up to a week. Okay, we have how many onions there?
3 medium.
3 medium onions. And then I'm going to give him, he put all of our different colored peppers in one container. So I'm going to pass that back. There you go, honey.
See it when it goes in the pot.
Yeah, look at all those beautiful colors. So guys, use your imagination. When you use the yellow and the red, it gives you a sweeter taste. So that's what you need to offset the green. Okay, so then we're going to give you, what comes after that? The jalapeños.
Yes.
I'm reading the recipe. I'm cheating, guys. Okay, so that was like 1/3 cup of jalapeños. And then we have 5 cloves of garlic.
Yeah, I did 4.
4. He cut back by 1. Use the garlic according to your taste. My daughter would have added 3 extra. We cut back, so it's just different things. And then we're going to do lime juice, and it calls for 1/4 cup of lime juice. If you don't have a lime in your freezer to use, you could get the lime juice already in a bottle. That works just as well. And we're going to talk more about the lime juice at the end here. And then we're going to do all of our dry ingredients. So we have like 2 tablespoons of cumin. We have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And what else is in there, Rick? Is that it?
Cayenne pepper.
Oh, cayenne pepper. Just a teaspoon of that. Well, that'll make it hotter. Okay. And then we have some fresh parsley.
Cilantro. And that grows on the tower also.
Yeah, we get that off of the tower, and it is really good off of the tower. How much of that did we have, Rick? I missed that in the
I think
ingredients.
it was a 1/2 cup.
1/2 cup of fresh cilantro. And then 1/2 cup of white vinegar.
Yeah, white wine vinegar.
White wine vinegar. And then it calls for a teaspoon of honey. If you are doing a Whole30, omit the honey, but we're going to go ahead and just drop like a teaspoon in there. So while he's mixing that all up, we did a batch last night because the flavors will blend if you can do them overnight. And it was delicious, and we're going to show it. I haven't tasted it. Rick has. So I'm getting this part ready so we can do a little taste here. I'm going to have to be brave on this because I don't know. It looks like it's got a lot of spicy in it, and I'm worried about that. I feel like I got to get this in the camera more. I keep pulling it out. There we go. All right, Rick.
There we go.
Okay, now he's simmering that, or like on a medium heat for 45 minutes. Make sure you stir it occasionally, and it'll be good, all good for you. All right, I'm going to take this is the big bowl it makes, which I am going to push to the side because how do you serve your salsa in a jalapeno dish?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, no, it's going to be hot. It's not too hot, is it? Okay.
No, it's not real hot.
We're going to let Rick taste it first. Sometimes I get nervous around hot things. All right, Ricky, how's that tasting?
I like it.
Okay, does it
It's
taste
pretty good.
better since it sat overnight?
It tastes a lot better since it's sat overnight.
Guys, when you let it sit overnight, those flavors meld together and they taste really, really good.
Yeah, I like it on the black bean chip.
We have a black bean chip here that we get that is really tasty. Now, I know I'm going to taste this, but before I forget to tell you, that bowl of salsa will keep for a whole week in the fridge. If you want to put it in sterilized jars and jar it, you can. So that's what's really amazing about this. Okay, I get to taste it now. I'm only putting a little bit on here.
There's a little bit of spice. You'll catch it at the end, but it's not bad at all.
This is really good. I have cut spicy foods out of my diet for a medical reason, and I have trouble with spices now because of that. I'm not used to it. This recipe works really well for that.
Let's see if this one's good too.
Oh, Rick is trying another one to see if it's still good. I will tell you that it is not spicy at all. I'm trying to look for a small chip in here so I can have another bite. Now, Rick, what would you mix this with? Scrambled eggs.
You could use scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
And if you want it hotter, you can add more jalapeños or hotter peppers.
Remember, this recipe can be altered the way you want it. You know, if you want it hotter, you want more garlic, you want more something else, go for it. But it's like a sweet spicy. Mm-hmm. And I love sweet spicy. This would be great. I picture this on top of salmon.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
And I guess because of the green tomato, it has that little bit of sour.
Like a tang to it. Mm-hmm. Guys, don't waste your green tomatoes. There are so many things you can do with it. And we have buckets of green tomatoes that we pulled from the tower. We should put a picture up there.
Yeah.
But this is so good and yummy. Now, we also do a green tomato spice cake that is fantastic. And we serve that when we have company. Mm-hmm. So, but this is great because the calories are going to be low on this. Now, something that we do also is we will eat this with celery and pepper sticks that are kind of cut thick. And that way you're taking out the fat of the chip and you don't have to have the chip in there. So when we serve it for guests, we serve fresh veggies that can use to dip it and then the chips with it. People can have their choice. I try to be more conscious of what I serve when I have guests because some people are very health conscious, which we all should be. And then that gives them the option to be more health conscious.
Yeah, and we will be canning ours.
Yes, we are going to can ours because now we have 2 batches. Excuse me. Because we made one last night. We'll keep some fresh out for during the week to mix with whatever we cook. Because you could top chicken with this. You could top anything with this. Yeah. Chicken, fish, and mix it with your eggs. It would be so good for you.
Or if you want to make up some fish tacos or something like that, you can lay that in there.
That's a awesome. Great idea. Sounds like Rick's making fish tacos for dinner tonight.
That'd be great. Shrimp, yeah.
So, anyway, guys, this is a great recipe. I hope you guys try it. I hope you kept your green tomatoes. Are they still on the vine? We pulled ours last week, but if you keep them in a cool place, Sometimes they will continue to turn red, but we prefer to cook with them because they add a different flavor. And guys, we need to keep our palates going with not the same old thing. So I like this recipe a whole lot, and I hope you do too. I think all these vegetables grew on the tower, didn't they?
Yes.
We grew everything on the
Everything.
tower, including the
Everything on the
cilantro.
tower. Yep.
So I had to look around and see what we all put in here.
The onions.
Oh, the
not,
onions.
Because they're root vegetable.
Right. So just remember how much you can just go to your tower, grab it, and then you have your meal that you can make just right away. So if you have any questions about the tower, we love talking about it. If you need a presentation somewhere, give us a call. We love coming and presenting to schools and senior centers and anywhere, homeschooling, whatever you have, we're willing to present there. Mothers clubs, whatever it is. So you guys need some more info, give us a holler, and then we'll be happy to help you. We have a beautiful day here in St. Louis. I hope you guys have a beautiful day where you're at. And I don't have a recipe for next week. Shame on me. I'm going to think about something very, very healthy because it will be after Halloween and we will all have gut issues. The more sugar you put in your body, the more gut issues you're going to have. So I'm going to bring it around to help your gut settle down next week, and we'll have some fantastic ideas for you. So until next week, you guys have a great week. Be safe. Love on your kids. Have a blast on Halloween, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh
Good
my
job.
gosh, Rick. Oh, this is fantastic.
You know,
It's a really good one.
it surprised me. I didn't know what to expect, but I really like it.
I don't think it has as much acid as red tomatoes. Do you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, I love this. I can't wait to share it with the kids.